What up, AndStilltv in the building, coming at y'all with another one. So we just watched Jesus Ramos Jr. get himself another victory against Naim Nelson. This was our previous not yet or got next prospect. So we're going to talk about how he looked and what's coming up next for him. Cue the intro.
And still.
Welcome back, YouTube. We told y'all that boy was real.
Boy, cold.
Jesus Ramos Jr., he just knocked out Nelson, going into the 5th round. It was just everything I told you. Power with both hands, the body work, the pressure fighter, my favorite type of fighter. He did his thing. I think I'm ready to see someone a little better, step up in that position.
And I actually think, so he carried it out a couple rounds. He could have got him out of there like a lot sooner. You could tell he was trying to get some rounds in. That guy was nowhere near his level, nowhere near his size. So he kind of had to keep him around a little longer.
He looked tiny in there. Yeah. And he didn't really offer any firepower. He didn't bring anything back. Even if he landed, I don't think he could have hurt Ramos at all.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. All he did was do the high guard and just shell up the whole fight. His corner, he needed to get a new corner. They should have stopped it way sooner.
Yeah.
The ref should have stopped it sooner. But, hey, we got a couple more rounds of, watching him get bullied.
Yeah, and one thing I'll say about Jesus Ramos is that he's only 19 years old. His frame is huge, so he's going to get better as he keeps moving up in weight because he's not the kind of guy that has elite hand speed, right? He's a big, strong guy. He's going to overpower a lot of guys, so the bigger he gets, the better he's going to get.
Now, like we stated in the previous video, he wants to campaign at 140. So this was at 144 to try to get, to see how his body feels at that weight.
Yeah.
I think he can come down another 4 based on how he looked. I mean, but
yeah,
we couldn't really tell from this fight, though. But
you can't really tell. He's still growing, so it's going to be tough. It's definitely going to be tough for him to make 140 because his frame is so big. But based on who's in that division, he can make a serious run in that division. Because it's not as competitive as, 147, obviously, or 154.
So I mentioned that 140, you got Josh Taylor, Jose Ramirez.
Regis Prograis.
Yep. How do you think you would fare against those guys right now?
Right now, I think he needs a few more fights. I think those guys, I think from a skill perspective and a talent perspective, he's right there. Probably I would put him a slight edge over those guys. But they got grown man strength, especially Prograis. Like if you look at the way he's built, he's a little more solid. And those guys are not slouches, So I think he needs a couple more fights, maybe 3 to 5 more fights.
I agree there. I think they could outclass him in maybe the boxing department. But as far as the chin and the power, I think he's right there now. But a more likely fight is another prospect, Richardson Hitchens.
Right.
He's at 140, and he's on the same side, PBC.
Are we gonna cover him in another video? Or
we are. So another video is coming.
Yeah.
But for those two right now, who do you like in that?
I got Jesus Ramos.
I do too.
I got Jesus Ramos, and we're gonna talk about the other guy, but I'm just gonna say that I don't think he's gonna be able to keep Jesus off of him.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's gonna be too much for him.
I think Hitchens will win some rounds,
especially early.
Yeah, early rounds because but once this body get touched and he slows down,
pressure burst pipes.
Yeah, and I think he'll get to the point where he's cutting off the ring so well that Hitchens will have to just bang a little bit, and when he does that, that's gonna be his downfall.
Pressure burst pipes. I actually don't think that's a likely fight though, just because they're both prospects. Both camps are gonna try to protect them.
And Hitchens is a Mayweather guy, so
Hitchens exactly. So you know how Floyd does, try to make everybody like him.
Floyd knows that that's not a good fight.
Exactly. So and I can't really argue with that because both of them can make a lot more if they avoid each other for a little bit, maybe meet up in a couple years.
So if let's say he decides to fight at welter, who would you like to see him at welterweight right now?
So many guys. I mean, Ugas is like the classic matchup for everybody.
Everybody's picking on Ugas.
because he's solid. So it's like, so you could tell whether or not you're good, how you look against him.
Another guy like Ugas I want to pick on because I like Ugas.
Yeah.
Sergey Lipinets.
Okay. I don't know a whole lot about him, to be honest.
He's been hyped up. He's the guy. He lost to Clayton. But
Okay.
They made it a draw.
Right.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I think that'll be. I think he would beat him. I think he would
Yeah.
beat Lipinets. You know what I mean? And but he needs a step up fight.
He definitely needs to up the comp. Like, we can't see no fight like that no more.
I mean, I'll take a couple more.
That dude was nah, not like that.
Yeah,
I can't look at that. At least somebody that's somewhere near his size. Like, that dude had no type of boxing ability on his level or size. Like, you got to give me one or the other. You know what I'm saying? You got to give me one or the other. Like, at least give me somebody that can bang a little bit.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Anything else you want to add on that?
I think that's it, man. I'm real happy for the brother. Congrats, Jesus.
Congratulations.
We definitely looking forward to seeing more from you, and wish you all the best. Way to get him up out of there, and we're gonna see you next time.
Definitely, we were definitely entertained. You did your thing. Keep it going, brother.
Absolutely.
All right, and still
remaining undefeated, proving he is one of the elite champions of the sport today, and still